All right, let's dive into a quick draft, see if we can find folks to play with. Right, first pack of Brothers War. Awesome to get this. Each player reveals a number of cards from the top of their library equal to the number of non-land permanents they control. Put all permanent cards they reveal this way onto the battlefield. Okay, that seems not super good. Return target. Oh, this is the build around for Unearth. This is just a solid spell. Ivory Tower at the beginning of your upkeep, you gain X life. Steel Exemplar. It's great in monocolor decks. Military Discipline, Combat Trick, Prison Sentence, that's the white removal. Recommission, the white Graveyard Recursion. Big Blue Dummy. Latnam Adept, not great. Cassius Dig Site, an Energy Refractor. People are very high on discard. Razor Maw, Onslaught. Okay, so not a great pack. I think it's either Bolt or Steel Exemplar if I want to stay like away from picking a colored card yet. Steel Exemplar is great. Comes into the battlefield as a 6/6 Trampler for 5 if you do it well, and you can also spend Power Stone mana on this. So imagine running out a turn 4 6/6 Trample. It's pretty rough. And then there's obviously just the reasonable white cards. I think out of these three, I would pick Prison Sentence, I think, over Recommission is my current thought. But happy to take the Bolt here. Just a solid removal spell. Mace Mind Tome, that's a control card. Keeper of Cadence, that's the card that allows you to put cards on the bottom of your library. Ooh, Corrupt, very good if we end up close to mono black. There's also a card that's very good if we end up close to mono red, and it's a card I would like to try. Sardian Cliff Stomper. Maybe this is horrible, but as soon as we hit 4 mountains, this is going to be insane. Just a good white 2-drop, very good black removal spell. Rock is reasonable. Power Blade I'm not super high on. Another big blue dummy. I think I'm going for the Overwhelming Remorse here. I think picking Cliff Stomper here, I'm kind of deciding what I'm doing this draft already. And I'm not sure if I'm ready for that just now. Maybe I'm going to regret this, but I think I'm going to take Overwhelming Remorse. Alrighty. Desert Prospector. Not sure how good that card is. It's a solid red-green card here in the form of Arbalist Engineers. Power Stone. Third Path Savant. There's a Disfigure. Ooh, there's a Disfigure. Atomical. Enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards. You may put an artifact card from among those cards. And then big green dummy. I think I'm going with Disfigure. It goes with my Remorse. It leaves red-black as a possible lane for me. I have 3 solid removal spells and I can go anywhere from here. Alright. Arms Race, not very good. Fall of Crook, not very good. There is my Steel Exemplar again. So definitely going to select that one for now. Emergency Welt, also a super good card. Whirling Strike, reasonable. Automation I would play. Mud is a good 2-drop. Ooh, Evolving Welt. There's a lot in this pack that I like. But I think I'm going Steel Exemplar because it leaves me the most open. Like it would still allow me to go mono black if the mono black payoff maybe wheels. I think it's a card that is as good as Emergency Welt. Emergency Welt very good though. Getting to 1/1. And a Graveyard Recursion. Mud also very good. It's a close pick. Close pick, to be honest. I think I'll go Exemplar. I want to try this card. And it's close to almost making my deck. Ooh. There's the Blast Runner. There's another Disfigure. There's the levitating statue. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 on it. And then 2, it becomes a 1/1 construct. It's a reasonable card. Also an Ornithopter. This is a card I want to try in a sacrifice deck, but I don't think I should take that this early. I think I'm going for a Disfigure here first. Can also go for the statue though. Not sure how non-creature heavy black will be, but it can be very non-creature heavy. I don't think the Thrawn Vigil is very good. So I think it's between Disfigure and statue. I think I'm going Disfigure first. Let's see how non-creature spell I end up before I pick a statue. There's a Mishra. It's a reasonable card. There's also a Caress. Kind of like the Caress. Really want to try it out. Misha, probably good. Like, I can't imagine that they made one of the head characters not good. But, yeah, let's see. Let's pick the Caress. Stay mono black for now. Tower Worker. Stone Retrieval Unit. Enters the battle to create a tap Power Stone token. I think this is a reasonable card. 4 mana, 2/3, create a Power Stone. It all depends on how strong Power Stones will be. It's also a card that you can cast with a Power Stone. So I think that's also a bonus. It not only creates a Power Stone, but it also allows you to fully cast it off Power Stones, which is good. Transmorgant Altar, black sack, add 3. Sacrifice a creature, create a 3/3 colorless zombie artifact creature token. This is good with Unearth, I think. Currently, I do not have any Unearth creatures yet. There's also just an Infiltrator whenever you sack. Power Stone Fracture, another removal spell. And also a nice little 2/2 sack outlet. Ooh, and there's a Mishra's Domination. Okay, that's not the threatened spell that I thought it was. Interesting decision point. I think Altar has the biggest potential. Hey, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Not sure why that didn't show up or made any noise. Maybe I missed that. Ah, there we are. Not sure what made me miss that initially. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, so, close pick here. Again, Altar most potential. I think something like Traxodon, just the most solid playable, I think. And then Infiltrator becomes better and better the more sack outlets, the more sack focused you are. So the question is, do we want to try the Altar and pick up some Unearth cards, or do we just stick with the 2/2? Not sure how big Unearth is going to be in this set, so I'll pick the sack outlet for now. Moment of Defiance, probably a reasonable card. Avenger, the Fabricate, Stone Retrieval Unit. I think I'm going to pick up Stone Retrieval Unit here over the Defiance. But that might be wrong. I don't have many creatures to put this on yet, which is why I lean towards the Stone Retrieval Unit. Energy Refractor allows me to splash, even if I end up close to mono black. I think I'm going to pick that up, mainly for that reason. I would really like the mono black payoff to wheel back to me, but I think that's unlikely. Firebomb, another removal spell. Don't really need that right now. I think I'll take the Rock. I think that card is the most solid. Doesn't really go in my deck though. I can also just pick up the Firebomb. Firebomb. Don't think this pick super matters in the grand scheme of things. Trench Stalker, Supply Rob. Ooh, there's a Rust Goliath. I think I'm going to pick that one. Might end up black with a little bit green and leveraging the power stones that I get from Caress, from retrieval unit to eventually cast this large dummy. Nothing here I'm mega interested in. Nope. Trend Vigil. Doesn't really matter. Hey. Tower Worker last pick. I think we're going to see that a lot. Begin of combat on your turn. Ooh, that's a broken card. That is a broken card. There's quite some white in this pack. The only black card here is an Emergency Weld. There's also a Might Stone animation, which I like. But Siege Veteran is very good. Currently 0 soldiers, I would assume. But it is a very good card. So I think I'm going to pick that over Emergency Weld there. Altar of Dementia. Another Emergency Weld. Ooh, there's the Hurt Stonekeeper. That's also a very good card. In white, there's a 1/1 First Striker. I think it's between the Stone Seeker here and the Emergency Weld. Stone Seeker goes with my Bolt. We're going to leave Siege Veteran out then. Maybe that's a splashable card, not sure. Horn Stone Seeker is super good though. Want to try that out. Mass Production, Millstone, Unleash Shell, nice little removal spell. Another Refract, there's another Stone Retrieval unit. There's also a Glay Revenant, which goes super solidly in sacrifice decks. Don't have a lot of sacrifice going on right now. It's also a nice place to put mana in of the stones that I'm making. But it feels like a card you shouldn't take pick 3. Maybe that's just me, but I don't see any card that I should take pick 3 here. For my deck at least. Let's take the Revenant and see where we end up. Ooh, nice. We get rewarded with a gold card. I think I want to try that one out. See how strong it is. So I think we're pretty much black-red by now. Not sure whether we are playing these two. We get another Bolt. That's a super good card. Deck also has a Caress and a Evolving Wilds. Evolving Wilds actually pretty good, I think, in the sacrifice deck. Because it's another thing that you can leverage to get a sacrifice trigger off. Another Disfigure, probably the pick here. Gnawing Vermin, mills you a little bit. Nice little 1-drop. There's also 2-drop here with Ward 2 Life Prowess. Then a Race to the Ground and a Rock Hunter. Not completely sure what goes best with my deck here. I think I'm going to try the Gnawing Vermin. Another Fall of the Crook. Soulguide Lantern is always nice. Yeah, let's main deck a Soulguide Lantern. And this will probably be a 16 land deck. Mightstone Animation. Race to the Ground. See if that's main deckable. Nothing here that I want. Can pick up the Energy Refractor. Maybe I want to play 2. Mishra's Onslaught, 2 1/1s. Bit of a go white payoff, but I don't think we are that deck. Maybe Blast Runner is a thing. Misery's Shadow, 2 mana 2/2. If creature an opponent controls would die exiled instead. You can pump it. It's a nice little 2-drop. Let's see how Alex and Ethan rated that card. Can't imagine very high. Misery Shadow as a B+. That's similar as Bolt. But they already have 2 bolts, so maybe that would take me pick the Shadow here. There's also a Harvester that I would definitely like to wheel. So let's go with the Shadow for now. Just a solid 2-drop. That's also a Graveyard Hate card. There's a Swift Spear. No One Left Behind is sweet. Yes, this is Bolt Draft. There's nothing else available, unfortunately, in the early access event. At least not as far as I could see. We are quite heavy on the non-creature spells, to be honest. So a Swift Spear might be a thing. And I'm looking to go 16 lands. So let's try a Swift Spear. No One Left Behind. From your graveyard to the battlefield. 2 mana if we target something like Genius. I think this is good, too good to not take. We have a little bit of self-mill. Another Bolt. Bolts are not very high on that card, apparently. There's also a Battlefield Butcher, which I do not think is great. So I'll take the 3rd Bolt. I assume you won't be able to get 3 bolts if you're drafting with people. The beginning of your upkeep, tap Heavyweight unless you pay 3. That's a nice little finisher. There's also another No One Left Behind, but I think I'll try the finisher out. Misha's Research deck, Liquimental Coating, Spectrum Sentinel, protection from multicolored. Mishra's Juggernaut, Trample, attacks each combat of Able with an Unnerve. Swiftgear Drake, Coastal Bulwark. I think I'm going for Mishra's Research deck here. Gruesome Realization is sweet. There's also an Elsewhere Flask. It also allows you to splash. There's also an Emergency Welt. I think weakest card in the deck currently is the Stone Retrieval unit. Close pick, I think. This is another sacrifice trigger. But I don't have a lot of benefits of that currently. Flask does help me with Steel Exemplar. It would also allow me to splash Siege Veteran. Yeah, for sure, ZTM. Happy to do so. And indeed, sacking Flask to draw a card or pump a mana seems good. Fully agree. Fully agree. Yeah, let's try the Flask out. Disciples of Gix. Ooh, that's a sweet card. Not sure if we have the deck for it. Search your library for up to 3 artifact cards. Put them in your graveyard and shuffle. So I would be able to put Demolisher in the grave. I can put Rust Goliath in the grave to get it back with No One Left Behind. I could get Clay Revenant in the grave. I could get Mishra's Research Desk in the grave. Yeah, I think this is a solid card in my deck. Giga's Wellspring. Enters the battlefield or is put. Yeah, that's also good. I'm also taking that. An Unleash Shell. Not sure if I need that though. I have quite some removal with the Remorse, the Triple Bolt, and the Triple Disfigure. Not sure if I'm even playing all of those. Swift Spear. Ooh, why is this card still here? That's a good card. I don't think I need another Energy Refractor, to be honest. Killzone Acrobat. You may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do it against flying. Let me know if you need directions to locate the player.log file. I'm going to send a friend request on Discord so you can send a file there. Sure, ZTM. And feel free to send me those directions over Discord. All right. Currently 47 cards, so we're going to make some cuts here. I think Disciples of Gix is good. I think Demolisher works very well with Disciples, so I think that's my top end. I think Risk Goliath, the only reason I would put this in my deck... Yeah, Vault Progress. The only reason I would put this in my deck is because I have No One Left Behind, and I think that's just too little, too late. I don't really need Stone Retrieval Unit. It allows me to ramp, which is something I'm not mega interested in, to be honest. I don't have many heavy hitters. Does make an artifact that I can sack though. So maybe there's something to say about that. So I think what I want to do with the deck is sacrifice stuff for value. And then win slowly. Siege Veteran I think is a great card, but I'm curious whether it is good in this deck. I can play it off Refractor and Elsewhere Flask, but that is it. I don't think my deck is going to need the splash. I think my deck is strong enough without it. I think I'm going 16 lands. I'm probably cutting a swamp. So that makes for 4 more spells that I need to cut. Maybe cut Race to the Ground. It would be good against my deck. I think I'm cutting 1 Disfigure. I think I'm leaving all the bolts in. Maybe cut 2 Disfigures. Monster Swift Spear, pretty reasonable, I think, in this deck. Maybe not super good. Which leaves me with 2 cuts. I think No One Left Behind, always a reasonable card. I think Race to the Ground is going to be cutted. Feels bad, but feels so efficient. Yeah, agree. Currently on 41 cards. Yeah, I could cut another Disfigure and then see in game whether I would have wanted them or not. And then run it like this. This seems reasonable to me. Is Steel Exemplar going to be good? I mean, Flask is going to help. It needs to be a 6/6. But I need to be able to cast it for 5 with 1 color. I'm curious. I don't think I have the deck for it, for Exemplar. Do we have something alternatively that's good? You would play Race to the Ground over it? That's reasonable. That's reasonable. Question is, would you target Power Stones with this? I think I would. And then draw a card off of it. Let's try it out. Let's just play a game. I have no clue how long the queue will be. First time I queue up. Ooh, entering match, waiting for opponent. Let's go. Stone Rain, draw a card. Is that what it does? Oh yeah, if you kill a bolt. All right, solid hand. We'll keep it. I think I'll just run out the research desk. And then go for turn 2 Flask. Ooh, that's irritating. Will it constantly give me priority? That's irritating. Wow. All right. No reason to immediately kill this, I feel. I think I can just go for the Acrobat. Pass turn. Yeah, that's super irritating. Airlift Chaplain. Okay, so they're going to get a planes to hand. It's not super good. Four mana available. I think I'll bolt the 2/2. Yeah, I think I'll just bolt the 2/2, attack for 3. That seems reasonable to me. Now we have Disciple of Gix on turn 6 for value. Probably going to cost to sack the Mishra. Okay, nice little 1/2 flyer. That has flash though. I think I'm going to sacrifice this and draw a card. Be mana efficient. Nice little removal spell. Instant speed. Let's attack first. Okay, I'm going to sacrifice this. Stop 2 cards, choose one of them. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Let's go. I think I'll unearth this, sacrifice it again. How does this work with unearth? Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Gains haste. Yeah, I can just unearth this. Sack this again, right? And I can still play the runner. Let's see what we get. All right. That was a lot of nothing. A lot of nothing, but I mean, we're getting rid of flying when it enters the battlefield. 1/1 counter on another soldier. Okay, that's a reasonable card. Okay. Let's see if they want to be aggressive and attack with both here. Yeah, they do. Alrighty. Oh, that seems very efficient to me. The other thing I can do is Disciple of Gigs, but that leaves me without attacks here. I can give this +2/+0 by sacrificing this, but I don't need that now. Let's play the land, because I know for sure I'm doing that. So do I want to kill this attack? Or do I want to be mana efficient and play Disciples of Gigs? Or do I want to do Remorse? I think I leave Remorse up. Even though it's more mana efficient here. I think I'll bolt this. Down to 10. All right. They are casting that on one of my sacrifice outlets, but I do have more. I have at least 2 more. I have the uncommon and the black 2-drop. Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, that's definitely true. All right, Gix's Caress. I think we're going to cast Disciples, however, here. Not sure about counter magic in this format. I don't think there's a ton. I'm going to take this because it has a nerf. I'm going to take this because it has a nerf. And I don't think I need anything else in the graveyard, so. Putting 2 unearthed things in the graveyard must be nice. This one, Menace and Haste, when I unearth it. Or 8. I'm almost there. I'm currently at 7. Currently 0 Power Stones in play, by the way, in this game. When it enters the battlefield, put up to 1 target card from graveyard on the bottom. Okay, so they are going to take my Demolisher. That's strong. I think this card normally pretty weak, but here it'll be super strong. Putting my Demolisher on the top, on the bottom. Oh, wow. Opponent not spotting the potential here of the Swift Gear Drake. Also a full swing down to 6. They do have lethal next turn, right? But I think I lethal them here. Okay. Opponent. Yeah, not really sure why they didn't get rid of my unnerved creature there. Yeah, thanks a lot to Wizards of the Coast for allowing me to be a part of this. Just send a message to their European representative, a bit out of the blue. Hey, I'm a small ball streamer, but I would love to get in. And they allowed me to do so. Opponent called Ato VAP. Hey, Popsy123, welcome, welcome. Seems good. Yeah, good for sure. I would have guessed that I knew a lot of my opponents in this event, but so far 0 out of 2. Ooh. The Ward 1 ability here is super strong for opponent. Holy moly. That completely negates my disfigure value here. It's going to feel bad, but I might declare a block here. Although this figure, pay the ward, still a good turn. Yeah, let's not block here. I think the Truxa Demon is too valuable in my deck. Let's take 3 and see what they have. Looks like mono green Stompy to me. Yeah, that's definitely a card you would put into mono green Stompy. Right, we got rid of the 3-1. Seems good. And now we are ahead on board because they played this horrible artifact. Guess we'll draw a card first, see what we get. This says sacrifice another creature or artifact, so I could actually sack this if I had 1 more mana, which I do not. I think we just run out the Elsewhere Flask and attack for 2. Going to have a lot of fun sacking these for more value with the Truxa Demon. My deck seems mega grindy, which I like. I was fortunate enough to build the deck I wanted to build in my first draft. Okay, so they are making a 3/3 here that gains 3 for 4. All right. My deck is not afraid of that. And I think I'm going to leverage this draw card ability on the Wellspring here. That seems very good. And next turn I'll play Gix. And we all know what's going to happen then. We're going to Value Town. Ooh. We get a nice little extra forest. So far, mono green beatdown. Not particularly. Yeah, that's super valuable to do. Let's draw some cards. That's unfortunate. But, we'll take it. Yeah, I think it's just good for me to play the Gix. It's very mana efficient. And I'll be able to put the Demolisher in the grave. And I'll also put the Research deck in the grave. So I'm able to unearth that. I'm not going to trade with the Prowler. It seems dumb. Man, I'm going to Value Town this game. Oh boy. Opponent not sure where to look for the value right now. Another very overcasted play by opponent here. In the form of a 2/5. I think I'm going to attack with my 4/4. See if opponent wants to block that. They don't. Alright, that's up to them. I don't really need to mill anymore. And it seems they are not really benefiting from it, so let's give it to them. And let's end turn here. So we are going to Declare blocks with the vermin on the crusher. Then sack the vermin to kill the prowler. Ideally taking 0 damage here. They might re-equip the artifact. Okay, that's super smart. See if they have a response. That's fine. I mean, that's a ton of damage. That's 8 damage in the air. All right, that's something. Ooh, that's 10 in the air, 2 on the ground. Okay, okay. Blanche would armor a problem here. Yeah, you're right. Demolisher is just a kill. Yeah, no blocks. You are right. Well spotted. Thanks for that. Heavyweight Demolishers seem super solid so far. Second game the card wins out of the graveyard. Oh, damn. I should have recorded this. Ah, wait. I can still download the stream. I'm probably throwing these drafts up on YouTube. First of all, it's pretty cool that I'm in the early access event. It's like an early draft video. Ooh, another keep. And this deck looks super sweet, by the way, so... Ah, you only play best of 3? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes total sense. If you play limited best of 3 only, then... yeah, you indeed could be in bronze. Hadara Ene VAP. Let's target myself. Let's see if I can get some value off of that. Well, at least I made my spell a little cheaper. Nice little Soul Guide Lantern. I think I'm going for the Stone Seeker here after I attacked for 1. Then I get a Power Stone, so next turn I have 4 mana to spend. I can actually drop Wellspring and Flask, for example. I think they are super incentivized to kill this. Because that would also kill my Power Stone. But they are not doing so. I assume they pick a Plains here. They could also pick nothing. But that is not really good right now. So they got a 1-1. So I'm not attacking with the red. I am attacking with the 2-2. Let's start by... Doesn't really matter. I think I'll start with the Wellspring. And then see what we get. Get another... So now we can go either Flask or we can go Lantern. Leave up this figure. I think I'll go Lantern, leave up this figure. And I'll get rid of their instant speed spell. I just don't want to get blown out by anything on the 1-1 here. And I want the blowout potential. So I'm basically sacrificing a little bit of tempo, a little bit of mana efficiency for the possibility of blowing them out with this figure on the 1-1. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an artifact or creature card from it, then choose an artifact or creature card from their graveyard. Okay, so Flask is going away. This figure will stay here. This is all fine. Yeah, I'm losing Flask. It's a bit unfortunate, to be honest. This card could have been dead if I played out the Flask. Dreams of Steel and Oil. Not sure if I should have considered that, but can't really blame myself. Urza Silex, 4 mana. Exile it. Each player chooses 6 lands they control. Destroy all other permanents. Wowie wowie. Ah, yes. Yes, you're so right. You are so right. Yeah, so it looks like they're going to activate that no matter what. Because I'm ahead. Not a lot I can do about that, so might as well not play anything here. I'm flooding a little bit, which is unfortunate. Ooh, they are not using their Ursa Silex. I'm a little bit surprised by that, to be honest. Man, I'm flooding. So I'm never going to block the worker. The worker is pretty strong, so I might as well attack for 2 here. Let's see if they want to trade their worker for my Stone Seeker. Yeah, they do. All right. That's the problem with flooding. You have to protect yourself in interesting ways. Ooh, okay. They have some big artifact dummies. I have a couple of those as well, but currently not close. Misery's Shadow. That at least trades with the Avenger. I can pump it 4 times right now. Oh, that card is pretty sick. It's not a one-off ability. I can do it as many times as I want. Yeah, so we're going to trade that for the Avenger. Ooh, they are not going to attack into it. Ah, too bad this is a sorcery. No, indeed. So they can give this Death Touch, and this is a sorcery speed spell. So that's a little bit unfortunate. I think I'm going to hold here. I could attack with my Vermin, honestly. Yeah, let's attack with the Vermin. I assume they take 1, but who knows? Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I think I'm just doing this. It probably makes them fire off their Silex. But I'll take it. Probably makes them fire off their Silex now. But at least we got rid of that threat. Ooh, they're not firing it off. Now they do it. You could search for a Planeswalker card. Let's hope they do not do that. Would be rough. Destroy all other permanents. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay, so this is going to die. This is going to die. We choose 6 lands we control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I get the card draw from that, so that might ooh, that catches me up beautifully. Sweet. Nice little draw there. And we're putting 3 things in the graveyard. All 3 giving us value. Disciple of Gix. I'm calling bonkers. Bonkers right now. So 4 plus 8 gives me 12. That means they are dead next turn. I think I just go for that while I can. They had a removal spell in hand. That's all fine and good. The reason I played it out here is because the more I let them draw, the bigger the probability that they find a removal spell, right? So maybe put a creature from among those cards. Ooh, they get another one. That's a sweet combo. What do they get? Carrion Locust or Gigamol? Locust seems good here, right? Because they would be able to get rid of my research desk. I think they're underestimating research desk a little. But this was a sweet, sweet one to punch for them. Let's see what I get from this. Nice little swampy. Let's attack with the 4/4. Allow them to double block. Kill one. Doesn't really matter which one. Hey, I think they changed that. I think they changed how that worked. And then bring this to hand. Play it out. Alrighty, so I know they have a 3/4 flyer, which wouldn't do a lot with the 4/4. But they drew something else with it. Alrighty, so I could trade the 4/4 for the 3/4. But that feels a little bit like trading down. I got 12 cards left. 10 lands here. 1 land here, so that's 13, 14. I'm still missing 2 lands. So I know I got 10 spells here. That's a good ratio. 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they are still missing at least 5, maybe 6 lands. So I think it's looking better for me. I think I'm going to kill this flyer. Flyers are problematic for me to deal with, so might as well trade down here a little bit and present them with 2 threats. So I think I have the better draws here. I can deal them 1 damage a turn freely. Because they can't block it. I'll be able to get it back. No, there's no reason. I think you're completely right. I think I missed the fact that I could just get that back. No, you're totally right. I should have dealt 1 extra damage there. You are completely right. All right. I think we just keep attacking with the 1/2 here. Seven more turns. It's unfortunate that I'm very used to looking at my draft deck with untapped GG. Not having that available hurts a little. Okay, they run out of 5/4. Oh, that's a good card. Let's first try this. Okay. So I get a card back from the graveyard. A creature card. I think I'm going to get my 2-drop back, right? So I think I attack with both here. And then I get my 2-drop back. The one that I can pump. That seems super good. Let's see if they want to trade Infiltrator for Blast Runner here. Looks like they do. All right. And then we get back our Shadow, which is lethal next turn if they don't have a removal spell for it. Could have played the land here. I don't think it matters. Got 7 mana open to pump it. Alrighty. Got him.